Dan Oliver. I work in the traffic field. Now I do traffic lights, but I started off working for a line painting company, which is the reason why I did what I did when I bought the line painting machine. It was a friend of mine's uncle who owned the company, and it was just a summer job, but I ended up liking it and did it through my adult years to where I ended up working for the town of Mansfield, which was a municipality for almost 20 years, and then I left there to do traffic signals for a private company now. Yeah, I have a full-time job, and then I have the secondary line painting job's a secondary job. The line painting machine was available, it was for sale on Municibid, and I'd seen it. So I bid on it, ended up winning it. And my daughter's like, well, why don't we just do some weekend stuff? And like, yeah, we could try that. So we started doing that and had some friends in the business. We did seal coating, we're doing parking lots. So they invited us to do the line painting. And it took off from there. And it was just a weekend thing to spend time with her doing over the summer. And we still do it to this day. And it's been 10 years now, I think I've had the machine. And me and her have been doing it probably for the past 5. I hope she takes away just the knowledge of when you finish a job and how good it looks when you go from having nothing in a parking lot to having now you got all these parking lot lines and all that. And I think, and just that nice work ethic that I think she's getting out of it is really good. And the math doesn't hurt. There's a lot of math involved in doing it, so it's helping. I think it's great to let them try different things, and if it's something they really want to do it, and then you build those memories with them, and you get to work with your child. It's really unique and it's really cool. I think some of the major changes have been in the paint itself. It used to be when I first started, it was an oil-based rubbery paint. And now they have some really great latex paints, which are environmentally safer. And I think that is a huge outcome. Fast dry is another one. It's just, they have paint literally that can dry within moments of putting it down. So I think that's been it. And then the retro reflectivity of paint that they've added for the nighttime and wetness, rainy days kind of safety stuff. I think that would be the big impacts I've seen since I started doing it way back when. What advice would I give them? Stretch a lot because you do a lot of bending and a lot of heavy lifting. That would be a start. Yeah, it's something you can actually start off very small and build as you go. If you can make it as big as you want. You can do parking lots, you can do basketball courts, or you can do full roadways. I mean, there's just so much you can do. I mostly do just small parking lots, curvings, stuff like that. Some basketball courts, some tennis courts, just small jobs. As far as like getting into the road work, you need a truck and you're gonna have a bigger line painting equipment. I'll do some crosswalk stuff like that, but if you're gonna get into that aspect of it, you need bigger quantities of paint, tanks, trucks, personnel. So and then even at that, it's tough because you're trying to bid against bigger companies that have been doing it. So that's why I like the little niche of the parking lots. It's a nice little niche to have where you don't have as much competition. Back when I worked for the town of Mansfield, they used Municipid to sell equipment. So that's where I found out about it. And that's when I got on and I started looking at equipment and then saw the striping equipment. And I think I bought a blower as well. And I bought a few things since then, but those are the two big purchases for me on Municipid. Some really good quality equipment that might not be that far out and obtainable for you versus buying brand new. Usually too, with being a municipality, they're well maintained. They're not so much beat up like if you were buying them from a rental company. You're getting something that's been maintained. Do your due diligence if you're bidding on something, knowing what you're getting, what you're looking to get. And if it's equipment, know the equipment. See if you can find owner's manuals and stuff like that online because you might not be getting that when you get the equipment. But that would be the biggest advice I would have for that.